for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. I'd like to get a motion to open up tonight's Monroe Town Board meeting, Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021.
I'll make that motion.
Malone, a second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. First item on the agenda, this little issue of retirement. We have, look, he's laughing. First off, we all want to wish you a happy birthday. Tonight is your birthday, so round of applause.
Oh, happy birthday. 25, Steve?
Yes, sir.
I thought I saw a glow of candles when I was coming in here.
So the board's gonna come up front. We'll ask you to come up, and we'll have a nice presentation for you.
Ready to do that now?
Council, you're gonna be at the top. Check. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gives me a great pleasure to be here this evening for this momentous occasion. Have had the pleasure of knowing Police Officer Steve Dunn for a number of years. Not everybody can say they have the pleasure of knowing Steve Dunn, especially the bad guys that he has kept in line over the years in the village of Monroe. And obviously, from the time that he came on to now, things have changed dramatically. It went from a sleepy little town to a bustling suburban, I'm not going to say metropolis, but it's changed. It's been a big change. And but the one thing that never changes are good cops. And you're one of the best. And it was. We're the town. We don't have a police department, but in many cases, the villages are de facto police department, and you're going to be sorely missed, by the members of both the village and the town. And I can say, from the bottom of my heart that not everybody makes it to the end, and you're fortunate that you do. Policing has changed tremendously in the last 25 years, and the last year has been no exception. And a tough job got tougher, but you persevered through it all. You made it to the finish line, and on behalf of the town board, I just want to congratulate you, Steve.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to read the plaque that we're awarding Steve tonight. It's a photo of Horseshoe Falls. Not a photo, a picture, an artist rendering from Marilyn Vanderpool. And the quotation on it says, "Evil is powerless if the good are unafraid." In recognition of a distinguished law enforcement career and dedicated service to the town of Monroe community, 2021. Steve, thank you very much. You've always been a pleasure to work with, and you always were dedicated to us in the town as well in the village. So thank you very much. Give it a hug. Anything you want to say? So thank you very much, and thank you everyone for attending this little ceremony tonight for Steve. Appreciate it.
Shoulder there. Oh yeah, let's get a. You mind if I get a little group shot with you? Sure. Hey, Chief, you want to come on up with the rest of the guys, please? She got up here a little sooner.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, let's have the two.
Hey, doing just on the public.
Sorry about that.
Arrow Park's up there.
Last when we did the sergeant last meeting, we reeled in.
Yeah, I got you. Have airdrop on.
Yeah, I mean,
Drop it, 'cause otherwise it's got to be a link. Airdrop. I don't even know what's airdrop. Oh, that's a phone.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
It just
Coming in.
picks up
coming in?
people that have it on in the
It's a lot
vicinity.
faster though if you're sending pictures. Like
Yeah.
much faster.
Yep.
See that done? You got them all.
Okay.
Was my airdrop coming on, or did you not?
Yours didn't show, but usually it's like if your phone's asleep, you just have to unlock
Oh
it,
yeah.
and
my
then it
phone.
shows up. So if
All right,
you're
next
locked-
item
Listen, I make sure my phone
is
is
just a
asleep
little,
quick at work. 'cause
little
I don't want
recap
people,
of our
you
community
know,
trunk or
yeah,
treat. It was a spectacular evening. I can tell you that the town ended up giving out over 650. Thank you, everyone.
Night,
Appreciate you
everyone.
coming
Good night, everyone.
tonight.
Take care.
Good night now.
Hey,
Take care of the big fella there.
Steve, is this like, is this like a second walkout? Be good. Yep, you're welcome. Our pleasure. So we gave out over 650 pieces of candy, and it was pretty humorous because Valerie and Helen were dressed as skeletons under the tent.
Roberta.
I'm sorry, not Val, Roberta and Helen were dressed as skeletons under the tent. Rick was Darth Sithius. Mary was present. Valerie had a trunk or treat. I know Dory was there. Debbie was there. She was the wicked. You were the Wicked Witch. Yep.
And the best part, Mr. Supervisor, you actually grew hair that night.
Yes. I had it.
Amazing.
I had about a 10-inch afro, which is about 2 inches shorter than it was in high school. So. But yeah, it was a great night, and we were overwhelmed by the response. Jen Carrillo, president of the Greater Monroe Chamber of Commerce, did a fantastic job, spectacular, with the help of Valerie and Dory organizing it. I don't know if there's anything you want to add.
I was just blown away at the amount of people that actually showed up to this event. It was very impressive. It was well run, well organized. Again, Dory, great job. Jen, great job. Val, great job. Just, it just proves again that this community is always looking for activities and fun things to do. And I don't know, what do you think? There was 1,000 people there?
Yeah.
I think a lot more than that.
Everybody was smiling. The kids had a great time. The weather was good up until,
Last
the
half
last
hour.
half hour, but still, just a great event. And I think it inspires us to want to continue to do, events for the community. So, great job by all you guys.
Okay, next up, item 3.3 is the Lake Street Marketplace grand opening. Sal?
So the Lake Street Marketplace, after a long delay of construction, COVID issues, of getting material, is finally on track here. So we're going to have a soft opening this weekend, VIP event. If anybody wants to come, you're more than welcome to show up. And then the following weekend, the 12th and 13th, will be the grand opening. Ribbon cutting is slated for Saturday at 7 p.m. on the 13th. So come out and support. This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing for the community. It's 23 vendors in one space. It's a 6,000 square foot space. So we're sold out of space. Just some of the vendors there are just going to be incredible. I welcome you all to come, check it out, and support this. This is going to drive tons and tons of traffic to Lake Street, and hopefully Lake Street will never be the same. It's going to be a great thing.
This is a great flyer.
It really is.
It's a shop small business, and it says the work of local artists is not sitting on cargo ships.
No.
So that's what a great,
Yeah.
come support our own, support your local business owners. It's a great thing.
It was a year in the making. It started at at Sacred Heart last year, doing that marketplace, and then I think a dozen of the vendors are going to become permanent vendors now. So you get 23 more businesses that are opening on Lake Street starting next week, which is phenomenal for the community, and it just keeps driving traffic to Lake Street, which is what we all want.
Awesome work, Sal.
Thank you.
Next up, item 3.4 is the 2022 Town of Monroe calendar. You can actually see, there's our pre-order flyer. You can actually see the photos online, I believe, and the sale of the calendar has started. If you would like one, it'd be a great holiday gift, great gift for your home. They're $10 this year, and we are only ordering 500 of them. Last year, we almost sold out. We were a little short in selling out, but everything went great with it. We got a great response. The photos are done by a local photographer, Ed Scully, and he's really captured a lot other new locations in Monroe. So kudos to Ed, and kudos to Anne-Marie and Jen for spearheading this project. Okay, on to the public hearings.
Supervisor, was that just discussion? You don't need a motion for that?
No.
Okay.
No.
And did you want to bring the motions from the floor first?
Yeah, I guess we could do that, just so we don't forget it. So we need a motion. I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for the proposed improvements to Water District 814 / an Arrow Park for the WIA the WIA grant application, and that public hearing has to be 11/15/2021. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
just for discussion, so, just so everyone from Arrow Park understands, we're trying to get ahead of the grant, and in order to do so, we have to pass this public hearing. Now, there is that chance that there's an outcry and Arrow Park does not get approved, but we're trying to be proactive and move forward and apply for the grant. And in order to do so, we have to set a public hearing for that. So I have a second. Can I call a question? And wait, I'm sorry, it's 11/15/2021 at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter. Can I get a call a question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Monroe, aye.
McKinney,
Okay, so moved. And was there another topic we had a call from the floor? Thank you for reminding me, Val.
We have the two task orders.
So, Brian, did you discuss that, the task orders?
Only that, with the resolution approving them, we want to just indicate that they will be subject to approval in a final form by our office, because there were some minor changes that we communicated today, but I don't know that they've been communicated to MHE. So for the resolution to approve that, we would just add the language in a final form approved by town council.
Okay, and Val, those task orders were for Water District,
Water District
8.
14.
yeah, right, okay, 8/14. I'll make a motion to approve those task orders in final form, approved by council going forward. And those are for the improvements of those districts.
Bingham to second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Monroe, aye.
McKinney,
Okay, so moved. Thank you. Okay, I'll make a motion to open up the continuation of the public hearing regarding proposed amendments to local law D-V1, amending Chapter 57 zoning to amend the special permit requirements applicable to hotels.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Monroe, aye.
McKinney,
So moved.
No public comment.
No public comment? Okay.
just a quick update on that is, I had a conversation with the planner, going over the law, and one of the things I kind of noticed, is that it just encompassed the zone, it encompassed being a special use in the HI, and did not cover, GB or LI. So I told them that I think we would like to see that, because we really don't have much HI, which stands for heavy industry. Matter of fact, I think there's only one parcel left in the town, so that would really restrict the ability for this law to have any decent effect, whereas we do have quite a bit more LI, which stands for light industry, and GB, which is general business. So he's going to add those as special uses for those zoning areas. So just a little update on that, and proceeds along.
Okay. Thank you. Open the public hearing, and I'll make a motion to keep open the continuation of the public hearing regarding proposed amendments to local law D-V1, amending Chapter 57 zoning to amend special permit requirements applicable to hotels. Would you be okay if we push this off until December?
Yeah, the 6th, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the 6th?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say it on December 6th at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Monroe, aye.
McKinney,
Okay, so moved. Item 4.3 is a motion to open the continuation of the public hearing for proposed local law A-V1, amendment to Chapter 57 of the Town Code to regulate rental properties and transient housing. I'll make that motion.
second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Monroe, aye.
McKinney,
So moved.
No public comment.
Anyone want to speak? No? Yeah.
once, going twice.
You wanted to add, Mr. McGinn?
No, I mean, we, you know, in listening to public comment during these public hearings, you know, we've incorporated a couple of changes. The planner is going to submit that to the board, those changes, because they constitute what could be considered a substantial change. And one of those was allowing a greater number of guests on a property where the owner is present on a larger parcel. And so that's going to have to go to the county as part of the GML review because it's a substantial change. So that's in the process of going on right now. Is
Part of the supervisor.
all right, so that's where that is. It shouldn't hold it up all that much. The last version that really went to the county was back in July, and that had or the end of July, beginning of August, and that had, you know, we've made some changes since then, so we just want to make sure that we've crossed our T's and dotted our I's and make sure we're following the letter of the law with getting GML review, so.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to keep open the continuation of public hearing for proposed local law A-V1, amendment to Chapter 57 of the Town Code to regulate rental properties and transient housing on November 15th at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Malone, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay. Item 4.5 is a motion to keep open the continuation of the public hearing for the proposed Arrow Park Water District.
Motion to open, Supervisor.
Open the continuation, yeah. What, did I say close?
To keep open.
Oh, okay. Sorry, thank you. Thank you. Love accuracy. Thank you, Val. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Malone, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
McGinn, aye.
So moved.
I have Nadia Perry signed up.
Come on up, Nadia. Just remember to state your name for the record, please, and where you live.
Hi, Nadia Perry from Arrow Park. And as long as people were saying things, today's my anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Hey!
Happy anniversary.
Count with my loyalties, all right?
How many years?
58.
Whoa.
Wow.
All right.
Good for you.
Wonderful.
Wow. Awesome.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
So my husband will be happy about that.
Yes.
I wanted to follow up on the conversation we had the last time having to do with bonding and whether you were able to move forward with bonding without a firm number or
No, we haven't moved forward without.
haven't been able to get
Yeah,
that?
we, when I spoke to our bonding attorney,
Mm-hmm.
he suggested that we try to get a closer number to being accurate with
Yeah.
respect
Okay.
that are going into the district. So,
Is that something that we have to do something?
no.
No?
The engineer is working on that. So, but
Okay,
it's
all right,
it's obviously
okay.
a time-consuming,
All right, great.
matter. So,
Okay, and obviously related to the grant issue as well.
yes, yeah, obviously. Counsel, was there something that you had mentioned we had to discuss with respect to the district? Yeah, in Arrow Park.
Well, it may need controller approval. That's
Oh, right, control
the
approval.
outstanding issue. The
Correct.
state controller approval, because of the amounts charged exceed the threshold due to the financing. So under the controller regulations, you have to get controller approval prior to the formation of the district.
That's something else that has come up.
Could you say that again?
So
I'm
we
happy to-
need New York State controller approval
Yes,
because of the amount of the bonding.
okay.
Yeah, it's based on the, per household, basically, the
Okay.
cost, and
Right.
it's give or take $800 and change right now under the controller's regulations for any district formed in 2021. And the Arrow Park numbers are about 3,000, I believe, if I'm
Right,
not
something
mistaken.
like that,
So,
yep.
so then, in that case, because there's a bond financing proposed, the state comptroller has to approve
I see, okay.
the district, not so much for the water district part of it, but for the
But the
financing.
financial,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think it's very complicated. It's an application,
Yeah.
and I don't think it'll take too long, but in light of the bonding, that does have to be done.
Okay.
Mary, did they had to do that for 14 or?
No, 12, you mean?
Oh, 12, I mean, yeah,
12.
I'm sorry, 12,
No, we didn't
yeah.
have to do that.
I think it's because Arrow Park has a smaller number of residents, so the per
All right.
unit or household number is higher than it would be in a bigger district.
Oh.
I don't remember what 12 was, but
Our costs are less than what
yeah.
Oh, it
Arrow
is.
Park would be,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, they're 49, 47, 49 houses, right?
41 in Water District 12.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, we only have 28,
Yeah.
Yeah, so the cost goes up
Right.
per household.
yeah. We know very well. Thank you. Okay, well, thanks. I guess we'll just keep it moving, huh? Appreciate it.
Moving.
Sounds good. Thank you
Happy
very much.
anniversary to you.
Yeah, have a wonderful anniversary.
Thank you.
Nice of you to spend it with us.
Is he home cooking dinner for you right now?
No, actually, we celebrated yesterday.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to make a motion to keep open the continuation of public hearing for proposed Arrow Park Water District, and I'm going to make that for December 6th as well, since we're a week and a half away from the next one, at 7 PM or immediately thereafter.
Bingham to second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
All right.
Cardone, aye.
Oh, aye.
And I,
Okay, so moved. So I'm going to make a motion to open the public hearing for the 2022 town budget and benefit assessment rolls. I'll second. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
All right.
Cardone, aye.
Oh, aye.
and I,
So moved. Okay, so if you don't have the budget, there are some copies up here, if need be. We're basically, right now, I'm not going to get into too much detail. I'll get into detail on the 15th, but presently, after adjusting for salaries and benefits, we did a 2% increase for salaries across the board, and then there were some minor alterations with that regarding contracts for dial-a-bus and the highway department. So after doing that, we're over the tax cap limit by $280,385. And this was put out last week, Val, right? So just so everybody understands, what I'm reading off of has already changed, but because it wasn't put out for the meeting, I didn't want to mix things up. So right now, a village home is looking at a 7.71% increase, and a town home, which is outside the village, is looking at a 7.58% increase. Obviously, those numbers will come down because there's a 99% chance we're going to be below the cap, and that's always been our goal here, to make sure we get below the cap. Is there anyone that that had any questions? No, that's not the increase. That's the actual percent of the increase in the village. That's not the increase of the budget. That's just in the village. And it's on the budget tax rate summary that's actually on the budget that you have in front of you. So if you flip over and look at the budget tax rate summary page, it's basically the first line below the rates. Got it?
and Mr. Supervisor, it's not a final number, that's just based
Right.
on where we are now with this 200.
Yeah, for like a couple other examples, so based on the election last night, if that's final, the library budget went down. As far as, when I say went down, it was defeated, so they have to go back to their rate from last year. Right now, it's at 1.444 million, and last year's rate was 1.399 million. So that's a $45,000 decrease there. We also have some adjustments to the town refuge rate based on the tipping charges that the county has come out with. The tipping charges originally went from, I think it was 114 to 117 a ton, and it's been adjusted up to 121 a ton. So
At the second increase?
it's not the second increase, it's the adjustment to the original increase. So,
Right.
yeah, so, I mean, we didn't get that increase because it's going forward till next year.
Right. But still, everything's getting more and more, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so, anybody have any questions? On the 15th, we'll have some crazy graph charts and everything, so it basically helps everyone understand exactly where we are. No questions? Okay. So I'll make a motion to keep open the town budget, 2022 town budget public hearing for November 15th at 7 PM or immediately thereafter,
Cologne, a second.
and the benefit assessment rolls. Sorry. Good night. Have a good evening. Safe home, girls.
Right.
Good night now.
Good night.
So you seconded, Rick?
Yes, Cologne, a second.
Okay.
Please.
What's that? Call the question?
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Angarello, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Okay. Item 4.9 is the motion to open up the public hearing for proposed local law G V1, a local law authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established in General Municipal Law 3-C. So, do I have a
Cologne, a
second?
second.
Okay.
Call the question?
Oh, yep. I was just trying to find it here, sorry. Call the question?
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Angarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay. So I have a resolution, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Monroe made a motion to open the public hearing for proposed local law G-V1, a local law authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established in General Municipal Law 3-C. If we adopt this tonight, Madam Clerk, the law is number 5? Okay, so it would be local law number 5. So, do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
And just so everyone understands, we have to do this as a procedure. So if we do go over the tax cap, we can do so without having going back to the preliminary budget, council, or is it the tentative budget?
If it's not adopted?
If we adopt this,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, if this isn't adopted, we have to go back to the,
Yeah, you couldn't adopt a budget. If you don't adopt this law, you can't adopt a budget that would exceed the tax cap, so it would go back to, whatever that maximum is
Last year's
under the
budget.
cap.
yep, okay.
Just to be clear, we're opening still, right? Was anybody to speak on the public hearing, or do
No,
we
I
not
didn't
get
call
to
the
that?
question
Okay.
yet, yeah. So, did we have a second on that?
Cologne, a second.
Call the question?
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Angarello, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Anyone want to speak?
No public comment.
Anyone want to speak on that? No? Okay. So moved. So there is no need to keep this open, correct, counsel?
No, I mean, it's up to the board. The only requirement legally is that this local law gets adopted prior to the final adoption of the budget. So you can do it tonight, or you can wait. It's up to you.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing for proposed local law G-V1, a local law authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established in General Municipal Law 3-C.
I'll second that.
Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Okay. Out of public hearings into the acceptance of the October 4th, 2021 minutes. I'll make a motion to approve the October 4th, 2021 minutes.
Hingham to second.
Any changes, alterations, corrections, revisions? Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Good night.
So moved. I'll make a motion for the acceptance of the October 18th, 2021 minutes.
There are no minutes to approve for that yet, Supervisor.
Excuse me?
There are no minutes to approve for that meeting yet.
Okay. So we will table that. I'll make a motion to table that till the November 15th meeting.
Hingham to second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. If I would read my notes instead of the agenda, I would have saw that. So, general fund abstract. I'll make a motion that the town board of the town of Monroe requests approval of abstract 21-17 general fund containing checks 27669 through 27737 totaling $1,011,405.32.
Second.
Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Good night.
So moved. I'll make a motion that the town board of the town of Monroe request approval of abstract 21-13 escrow fund containing checks 1998 through 2002 totaling $19,868.26.
Cologne, second.
Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay. And next up, we have abstract of budget transfer requests. So be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Monroe requests approval of budget transfer abstract 21-06 totaling $70,103.32.
Hingham to second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Good night.
So moved. Next up is item 8.1, which is the BRIC grant application. So this is the grant application for generators that we previously had applied for, and unfortunately were not chosen. The application was not deficient in any manner. It was just something where it was a number thing, and we unfortunately did not get chosen. The new deadline, I believe, is November 22nd or 25th, and we are reapplying through our grant writer. So I'll make a motion that the town board of the town of Monroe approves to commit to utilizing local funds to provide the required match of $53,662.50 to complete the proposed project outlined in the town's BRIC application to secure generators for the town of Monroe.
Hingham to second for discussion.
Go ahead.
Water District 12 now has its own generator. I think that was included in the original BRIC request, was it not?
I'm not sure because I think we might have omitted it, but I will double check
Okay.
with Caleb on that. Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. Item 8.2 is the IMA for dial-a-bus services with the town of Woodbury. We provide services to the town. In return, they pay us a fee for our management of the service. And in addition, which it's this, there are charges for each pickup and drop-off. So, and I believe that charge is $17.50. So, I need a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute that intermunicipal agreement for 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Hingham to second.
Any discussion? Question?
Bingham, aye.
All right.
Cardone, aye.
Oh, aye.
Good eye.
So moved. Before you, you have the item 8.3 of the town board meeting dates proposed for 2022. We'd like to get approval on that. We actually include these in that calendar as well as the ZBA and the planning board dates, along with quite a bit of other information. So they basically have gone same way we've gone over the last 3 years, one meeting in July, August, and December, and then 2 meetings each of the next few months. Those,
Second for discussion.
go ahead.
July 11th is my wife's birthday. Are you looking to push me into?
Well, just,
No, I'm just kidding.
oh,
No,
just so you know, May 2nd is my anniversary, so.
you'll have others. Don't worry about it.
January 18th is my birthday, Mike. January 18th is my birthday.
All right. So it seems like these are colliding with all of our personal lives.
Yes.
So let's just go with it and.
Yeah, we could always adjust them going.
Yeah, we'll deal with the mess. That's okay.
One other question, any religious holidays, like in September,
Yes.
that this falls on? I don't have the calendar.
I think we kind of circumvented them,
Okay,
but there are quite a bit of religious holidays in September and October, so it at times has gotten difficult, but, let's see.
Major and the minors.
Yeah.
right.
Well, we had a request from that, late into September?
So,
It was too late to do
so
anything, so.
Rosh Hashanah in September is from September 25th through September 27th.
We're good.
And then Yom Kippur is October 4th and 5th.
Good.
But we're good.
Because the 19th's not anything. September 19th isn't anything.
No,
I think we're good.
Oh, it's kosher.
It is.
so it's good. That's what happens when you have a secretary that reviews this before I do. Yeah, exactly. So we have a motion and a second?
I'll make the motion.
No, I made the motion.
Oh,
Mike,
then
you
I'll-
seconded it.
Mike
Second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
second for
seconded
discussion.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Ankro, aye.
Good eye.
Okay. There's no old business. Any public comment?
Ward Brower?
Board, I actually have a question for you before you begin your public comment.
Yes.
Do you know a local arborist?
No, a
Yeah, do you know someone who's,
personally? Not offhand.
okay,
Most of the ones I know are retired.
Yeah.
Yes.
trying to find one for Mr. Geralman, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, that's the price you pay for getting old.
yeah,
All your contacts disappear.
exactly.
Ward Brower, private citizen.
Thank you, Ward.
First of all, I want to congratulate everybody who won the elections, and I also want to pay tribute to those who ran and didn't win, because they contribute to this great country of a two-party system. And even though you everybody puts their heart and soul into that, and it can be disappointing and depressing, but it's really what makes this country great. So I want to thank everybody. Because there are a lot of countries around there where this activity does not happen.
Exactly.
Yes. Good
point.
point.
Great country, but you have to work at it. And then you guys know when you run, you have to work at it. It's a lot of work.
Freedom's not free.
You got it right. So other than that, I really have no comment, other than hopefully this coming year will be better than the last couple. You know, we deserve it for a break, yes.
Amen to that. We do deserve it.
Oh, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Ward.
Thank you, Ward.
Thank you very much,
Likewise.
Ward.
Good evening.
Anybody have anything to add?
I just, Madam Clerk, the public hearing for the the housing overlay, the two house housing overlay, was that not on the agenda for tonight, or was that rescheduled? Is that for the 11:15?
That is for, I believe, November 15th,
Okay,
yes.
I just, yeah, because I didn't see it, and I couldn't remember, and I didn't want to start.
That, I believe, is November 15th,
Okay.
and Ninninger is December 6th.
All right, awesome, thank you.
Else?
Executive session?
Supervisor, just to be sure, you guys close the public hearing on the tax cap law. Are you going to hold off on the adoption?
We can adopt and have you,
You can. I'm saying you have a resolution to adopt. You don't have to, but you close the hearing, and I just want to make sure you want to.
Yeah, we might as well just adopt.
Yeah, so you, I mean, you have the resolution for that if you wish to adopt tonight.
Resolution up. Read it, please.
All portions, or
That?
just to be it resolved, part of the resolution?
Yeah, that's
So this
fine.
is a resolution adopting local law number 5 of 2021, authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established in General Municipal Law 3C. Now therefore be it resolved by the Town Board of the Town of Monroe as follows. Section 1, all whereas paragraphs are incorporated herein by reference. Section 2, the local law authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3, small c, as attached here to B, and hereby is adopted as local law number 5 of 2021 of the Town of Monroe. Section 3, the town clerk is hereby directed to enter said local law into the minutes of this meeting and in the local law book of the Town of Monroe, and to give due notice of the adoption of said local law by filing the local law in the office of the Secretary of State in the state of New York. Section 4, this resolution shall be effective immediately. The question of the adoption of the foregoing resolution was duly put to a vote on a roll call, which resulted as follows, and we'll just need someone to adopt that motion before voting on it. Or someone to make it, I should say.
I'll make the motion to adopt that.
Second.
Any other discussion? Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Malone, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Pinkerello, aye.
McGinn, aye.
So moved. So one other thing I have to add before we go into executive session. So I went out to Warwick yesterday. Warwick Humane Society signed the contract for the rental of our former dog shelter. The only thing they did is their contractor delayed it, their start for 2 weeks, so they asked if they could delay it till November 15th, which I wanted to get board approval, but I didn't think that would be a problem. So I'd like to make a motion to delay the contract to November 15th.
I'll second.
No problem.
Question?
Hingham, aye.
Malone, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Pinkerello, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay. That's it. I'll make a motion to go into executive session to discuss policy for the building and for the contract for D'Angelo. Second.
I'll second.
Question?
Hingham, aye.
Malone, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Pinkerello, aye.
McGinn, aye.
All right. I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session and back into our regular meeting.
I'll
Bingham to
second that.
second.
Oh, sorry, Mary.
Councilwoman Bingham seconded it. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Good night.
Again, aye. All right. So, a couple items. I'd like to make a motion to amend the town hall policy requiring masks upon entering to the option, if you're vaccinated, you don't need it, or if you want to wear it, if you are vaccinated, you're more than welcome to when you come in.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Good night.
So moved.
Oh, you second that?
Yes.
Oh, Councilwoman Bingham.
Mike. Oh, oh.
Oh, no, Mike did, right, I'm sorry.
Mary get confused quite frequently.
So, next up is the license agreement. Council, can you talk about that motion for the license agreement for DeAngelis Hall?
Well,
I don't know how to format the,
I don't know that we need to address that honestly right now, because we can do that
15th.
when the time comes. I wouldn't, in other words, we will need to do that, but I don't think we need to do that tonight.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's going to be done anyway. It's going to come before you, and then you would approve it. So that would be your, approval to amend.
Do we have to authorize you to make a new
Usually,
license agreement?
you normally don't. I mean, if you want to
Okay.
make a motion, you can. Since you're all here, obviously, you know that I'm going to draft documents for that purpose, so I don't think we really need a resolution, but they will come back to you for your approval, so that's when we'll basically amend and adopt. And sorry, I misunderstood.
Oh, that's
I thought
okay.
you were asking if we needed, and yes, we do need to do that, but we don't need to do that tonight.
Okay. Next up is an adjustment to a water account. Is it proper to name the individual?
For a non-payment.
It's an overdue.
You have the account number, you can do that, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
state the name.
that's what I'd rather do.
Yeah, I wouldn't
so-
state the name.
Yeah, so the account number is 3230, and the original amount was $1,444.70. We made some adjustments for overage billing and some finance charges, which will reduce it to $1,235.00. So I'd like to make a motion that the board approve that.
Second.
Second, question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay. Next up, so we have the bonds money that came in from highway for $890,000 actually has a balance left that would allow us to purchase additional equipment. The balance is due to the fact that hold on one sec. The balance is due to the fact that the CHIPS monies were increased for this year, so that afforded us a little bit extra money to go out and spend on some equipment. So Highway has suggested we purchase a skid steer, which would help in the paving process and redoing and improvements on roads. So this is not on state bid, so we have 3 quotes. The first quote is $85,000, and that is a cat, I believe. Yeah, that's a cat. The second quote is 100 and, hold on a second, bear with me a sec, sorry. $1,241.42. and that's from Hoffman Equipment. And the last one is a Bobcat, which came in at $69,443.49. The Highway Department feels that not only is the lower priced one good as far as price goes, but they think it has a few more options in equipment and would like us to approve that one, and that's a Bobcat. So the quotation number is a Bobcat. That uses bonding $6,400.40.
Cologne, a second.
Discussion, question,
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Cancarella, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. Anything else? Nope. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Cancarella, aye.
Good night.